What is going on, everybody? I'm Spencer Tillis.
I'm Angela Santoro.
I'm Trayvon Miles.
And this is the Delmarva Sports Insider. Coming up in just a bit in today's episode, the Senators had their home opener last night as they took on Baltimore Poly in an absolutely wild one. Who would get the win in OT? Stick around to find out.
And what to say about this phenomenal game between Curtle Richardson and Chris Field. I don't care if you're a soccer fan or not, you need to see these highlights.
That's right, and every time they get together, it's a battle. Caesar Rodney Field Hockey visiting Cape Henlopen highlights on the way.
Guys, it's week 3 already. I can't even believe it. We're 3 weeks in,
We're
but
into it.
we're actually going to get things started up in Stevensville to arguably the best matchup last night, and I was actually there to see it. Ken Island played host to the undefeated North Carolina, and the Bulldogs were off to a great start here. Cameron Bird hands it off to the sophomore David Bailey. He's going to take it down the left sideline to the house. North Carolina would jump out to a 21-7 lead, and their defense, well, they were making plays too. Zay Rochester with a big INT there, and that would lead to the last play of the first half. Check this out. Bird back in the pocket, looks for Bailey in the end zone. It goes through his hands. The first half would end with the Bulldogs still with a 21-7 lead, and Ken Island wasn't okay with that. They scored 14 points in the second half. That was J.D. DiPietro who ran that one in there for the equalizer after Anton Black had the go-ahead touchdown. The Bulldogs would close things out with their defense as North Carolina remains undefeated this season with this win right here, 28-21, the final. And you guys, what a battle between these two teams. What I can say is defense, defense, defense. North Carolina continues to prove week in and week out that they can stick it to the teams on D. But let me tell you, Ken Island, they can run that football. And that's what Coach Ferragamo said that they're going to do, and they're going to come out players. They absolutely did that last night. Now, it might have been a different result than what Ken Island would have wanted, but kudos to North Carolina. They are 3-0 on the season. What a phenomenal start.
You know, Ken Island has been historically the team to beat in that conference, and if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And North Carolina certainly is making a resume. Not many people go to Ken Island and come away with wins. I mean, that is very impressive on their half.
Right.
Well, one of the best games by far this week, though, was actually being played just down the road from here. Parkside hosting the rival Y-High. Trey, you might want to look away for this one right here. It was as good as advertised. The Tribe looking for that first win of the year. They actually had a 17-6 halftime lead, but here comes Parkside. Tavon Downey gets the handoff off the left edge from a couple yards out, gets the score. Very next drive, it's going to be Downey one more time, giving the Rams the lead after he finds the end zone from just 2 yards out again. And then Parkside really took control. Check this one out. Fourth quarter here, first play, Trajan Branch gets all kinds of space, and that is 84 yards to the house, opens up a 10-point lead. It looked like game over, but the Tribe not done just yet. Nate Gaines gets a handoff, and we got a fumble at the goal line, a pile on top of it, and somehow the Tribe comes up with it. That is a touchdown. The very next drive, Gaines, he's going to make up for that little mistake, breaks loose right here. A huge pickup for Y-High as he gets them all the way down to the red zone with under a minute to go. 4th and goal on the 12. And this is not exactly what you really want right here. Reverse to Barry Gaines Jr. The Rams sniff it out. They get the stop. They get the bragging rights as they, again, are undefeated right now, 3-0. They take a thriller last night, 27-23 the final over there. And I tell you what, there were so many big plays in that one. Actually, right before that fourth down, they actually had it on the 2-yard line, and then they took a 10-yard sack.
I'm sorry.
And it was wild. The emotions of that place, I'm telling you, now County Stadium, they were feeling it last night. What a big win for Parkside, though. I mean, they are still undefeated right now. As for Y-High, I'm going to quote some of their players on the sideline when they said they needed to finish this game if they had any chance of getting to playoffs.
Oh, playoffs.
And playoffs at this point. They also got that team North Carolina next week. They got to go travel and play them right now at 0-3. That's not good. Like, I mean, they are in some serious kind of trouble right now.
You don't want to be talking about playoffs right now, but kudos to Parkside. A great win as far as pride goes. When we were here with Coach Riley, we asked him, was this the premier program in Salisbury now?
It's getting hard to argue.
4 wins in a row against Y-High is definitely proving it.
Yep.
All right, well, you guys were here in Maryland. I was able to go to the first state to see Baltimore Poly take the trip from Charm City to Dover to take on the Senators. The Senators trailed 8-7 coming out of the locker room, but they have, in my opinion, the best pure passer in the Henlopen, Tristan Harris. He finds Kareem Beatty down the sideline for 42 yards. A couple plays later, Jerry Warren bowling over a couple of engineers for a 2-yard touchdown, pounding his chest. Dover up now with the lead, and their defense starting to get heated up. Big sack here by defensive end William Scott. I tell you what, guys, that hit right there sent the message because 2 plays later, Nadeem Bogarty forces a fumble, and look who picks it up. My guy, Jordan Allen, dribbles through the crowd until he is fouled. Allen was making free throws as Dover pulls out a win in overtime, 28-20. And guys, I'll tell you what, I just might be back on that Dover bandwagon. Forgive me, Senators. Obviously, in week 1, we didn't get to see them because they were up in Baltimore. But when they came back down here, what I got to see last night, they were able to hang 28 points in a hostile environment in Baltimore City. Very tough place to play. When they come back home, you know, to get Tristan Harris playing the way that he's playing, obviously a senior, and, you know, he can take that team many places this year.
And Jordan Allen, sock game, strong out there, man. He had a little swag with those.
Playing ball on the field.
I think it's safe to say that there were great games across the board last night. Well, Colonel Richardson hosted the Kent County Trojans, and I'm not going to give too much away, but let's just say there was not much defense being played in this one. The captains would take the field here, and just the 3rd play into the game, Sean Bowens sails this one deep into the hands of Eric Joseph. He will go all the way. I can't say it like Chris Berman, but he's going to take that 77 yards to the house for a 7-0 lead. The Trojans respond in the next drive. Stevie Curran fakes the handoff, and he slips through the middle all the way for the touchdown. Kent County takes an 8-7 lead. Now, Colonel still leading the way 13-8, but Curran shows that he can throw the ball, too. He's going to find Josh Fry, who has all the time in the world as he dances that one in. As Kent County takes this one, yes, 72-41, the final.
Over 100 points. Well, Snow Hill's taking Arcadia, not nearly 100 points in this one. The Eagles would strike first, though. The end round, Damian Thornton, he's going to find the edge, and he's going to find the end zone right there for the quick score. But the Firebirds come back. I'm going to need to see a birth certificate on this guy right now, because there is no way he is in high school. That's one of the biggest dudes I've ever seen in my life right there. He gets the touchdown to actually give them a 1-point lead. And then this would happen right here, a little wild snap. Amonte Allen somehow comes up with it. He's going to pick up 44 yards. The sophomore is unbelievably fast right there, but unfortunately, Trey's cracking me up over here. Unfortunately, Snow Hill, Arcadia's defense would actually kind of pick it up at the end, right? You see the turnover. They would go on to get a 21-12 win.
Hey, I'd never seen a kid that big in high school when I played, man. All right, the Lions Den was fired up in Centerville to watch Queen Anne's take on Washington. Always wonder who would win between the Lion and the Jag. Bad snap for Washington leads to a 2-0 lead for Queen Anne's before the offense takes the field. But when they did, let's just say they had their way. Tommy Bull up the middle. Oh, that was a great tackle right there by Washington. But Tommy Bull would get himself adjusted. He would take this play up the middle for 15 yards, just a little bit of offense that they had tonight. And next thing you know, Ahmad Gray up the middle for a 30-yard touchdown. Queen Anne's hung 70. I said 70 on Washington. They win it 70-0.
Ouch.
All right, well, I don't know if everyone at home thought that we were done with football. Are we done yet?
Nope.
Well, no, we're just getting started. We actually have some more highlights for you guys coming up. Indian River was taking the field against Sussex Tech. They battled it out. Well, the Ravens did. We'll have those highlights next. Keep it right here.
I'm Jordan Simpson, Lake Forest safety, and you're watching Dumb Auto Sports Insider.